evening, everybody. We will see about getting us up on the screen here. The other screen, that is. Just a second. Well, where would it go? There we go. Now we can see it. Hello, Chris Helms. Sorry it's your favorite format, Chris, but, you know, it is what it is. Let me get the chat over here where I can see it while I'm looking at the screen. That's always helpful. Hey, Vincent Kapornian, thank you. That's all right. Hey, New Marshall in town, good to see ya. I'm finally getting to eat tonight, so. Just tune in to watch me eat, guys. All right. So, what we've got going on tonight is a little thing we call that 70's hunt, and not expecting an overwhelming audience tonight. I was hoping to do this about an hour ago, but giddy up, Buttercup. That's right. Thank you, Greenwood. Hey, Hunter. Good to see you. So, you notice this little number here has grown since Sunday. So, you know, feeling pretty good about that. Starting to get a little bit of some steady growth. So that is a good thing. What we're going to do is we're going to hunt those 1971 D, 72 Philly, 72D no FGs, and 73D and 77D half dollars for the DDO errors, except for the 72D no FG, of course. That's on the reverse. But just thought we'd do that in a format that's kind of starting to catch on, but not everybody's going to do it. And this is probably the only time I'll use this format is when we're looking at this, because I did get some positive reviews on it last time. The having the example down here while we look at the live one up above seemed to go over pretty well. But overall, I would say the viewers are not real happy with this format, especially if you're on a computer. So, sorry, Chris. I know. So, once I stop chewing, we will go ahead. Well, we have the 77D up there anyway. So, we're going to dive into the 77Ds, start taking a look at these, see if we can see any similarities between what we have up top and the example below. Got a bunch of these to go through, so we're not going to waste any time. We're just going to jump right in, get the ball rolling, hopefully not spend all night doing this. I saw there was a number of folks coming on live here all of a sudden, so it's like we've got a whole community full of night owls right now. That's okay. I've got probably just enough energy to do this, and then I'm going to go crash. So what we're looking there is the doubling through the R, U, and S. And you can see it's kind of north-south style doubling. So those were some 77s. Oh, I gotta have my return can open here somewhere. And anyhow, these are for Jim Cantor, who got 10 rolls on Actually, he got 19 rolls on Sunday. Better switch this over to the 73D.
Freeze, go first!
Hey now, David. Good to see you, David Canham. Canham. Let me adjust this so I can see the chat all the time because I lost it back behind the OBS window. So, yep, we still got those. Oh, Silver Addiction. Hey, good to see you. Silver Addiction, I need you to email me your address so I can get you your stuff from Sunday. For whatever reason, it seemed... Where's the like button on this format? I don't know. If you're looking on your phone, I think you got to exit out of the chat and then come back, and there's a like there, and then you can come back and get back in the chat. I don't know. See, I thought I had your address, Silver Addiction, but I guess I don't. Okay. Under the 3 dots in the upper right corner. Thank you. Appreciate that. So, as you can see, actually, I don't think I ship a lot to Silver Addiction. I've got others that I've shipped to often, but I think you might be confusing me with American Eagle Hoarder. Don't do that. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I mean, there's a lot of people with silver in their name, so I probably just got you confused with someone else when it came time to looking up the name. So yeah, just get me your actual name and address, and that would be great. 10 people in here. We're now looking at the 73D, and it has doubling to east to west, and it's again on that RUNS mainly. Don't see it on that one. Well, I'm going to send you a channel sticker since it's the first time that I'll be sending you something, Silver Addiction. Wildcard Coins, how's it going? Good to see you. We're looking for DDOs. We're hoping to find some DDOs to augment our rough numbers from Sunday. 1 NIFC and 1 miscellaneous. That's just not going to cut it, guys. We got to have better than that. Not a problem, man. Whenever you're ready to. So, let's see what we got going on here. Looking at DDOs. Hoping that we'll catch a few people. Come in and see what we're up to. The background that's moving is my way of hypnotizing you guys, so you will buy coins on Sundays, buy rolls. Just kidding, guys. I'm sorry to be eating, but I just got the chance to grab my dinner. Yeah, I know, it's been kind of rough. Now we're looking at the 72 Phillies. Oh, the Bills are trading Stephon Diggs, man, and send him to Kansas City on a cheap deal. We'd love it. You know, it always hurts to see somebody that good probably leaving town, but You know, I hated to see Tyreek Hill go, but in the end, we've been able to do much bigger. Yeah, it's a little crazy that way. All right. Here he's going to the Texans. Well, that would, woo, that would be a pretty doggone good pairing there. Yeah, I know. I think I've only found one of these in, literally tens of thousands of half dollars hunted. I have to see how many I've hunted now. I only hunt about a box or two per week, so it's not like I have, 10 boxes in between Sundays that I'm hunting. But, I got the feeling maybe I'd just look that up. How many have we hunted? Okay, we are coming up on, in the next probably in the next two streams or so, we'll go past 200,000 half dollars hunted. I know. For this one, it's not going to be too bad, just because you've got the example and the hunted one. It's not going to be everybody's favorite format. I know that already. Let's see that one more time. I have to kind of turn it to see. I think I'm just wanting it to be doubling there. Thank you very much, Freaking Awesome. You guys can do the same thing that Freaking Awesome has done. That is a great way to help us spread the word and help grow this channel. Sharing and commenting on it is awesome. Dude, I'm an engineer, so I don't change very easily. Kind of, about 2 weeks ago, I was just thinking about it and say, look, I may not love the format. It may not be my preferred format, but if, it's kind of like having a tool bag with, tools that you use 90% of the time, but then you wish that you had certain tools in there. This might be one of those things. That one's already been hunted, but it just makes it harder to read when they do that. So yeah, no, I change very hard. Change is very uncomfortable for me. But it's also something that's kind of inevitable too. A lot of times you can either change or you'll get stuck watching everybody else race past you. And I'm not trying to keep up with anybody. I mean, yes, this might inspire a few new subs here and there, but believe me, I don't need 1,000 new subs from some South Asian country, and I don't need a bunch of 12-year-olds getting it on there. Yeah, it caught on pretty quick, and a lot of it's just in response to what YouTube, the changes that YouTube makes too. So, it will not take. Oh, that's true. I could do that. I don't know where right now, but we could do that. Yeah, the thing is, it just gives you very little space to be able to do much. So, um, it's kind of unfortunate that way too. So I'll have to play around with it and see what I can figure out. It's just a work in progress right now, and like a lot of things. That's a good idea. It's a good suggestion. I'll definitely take that and see if there's any way to do it. Me being tiny is something completely new. It's that me being tiny hasn't happened for a long time. So maybe I'll take that. Yeah, I don't need to be 150,000 subs with 33 people watching me, I'd rather be this size with 33 people watching me. But, I don't really advertise when I'm going to pop up and do this because I don't know exactly when I'm going to get that chance anyway. I don't know how you did that, freaking awesome. And I get that. You know, until I watched Southern Metal on my phone tonight for a little while, I think it, for somebody who sits at their laptop a lot like me, I thought it kind of ruined the experience. But the statistics also say that, people are on their phones a lot too. So on this channel, you'll probably get both, but we'll see. I mean, we're still test driving. Hey, Joey Brown, Old Bell, good to see you. Looking at 71Ds for that elusive FS101 DDO. Just about done with these for Jim Cantor. There's going to be a bunch of them for Silver Addiction, which we will have yours up next, Silver. And then we will have we'll have Sheepdog 13 to finish the night off. So you're actually here at a good time, Silver Addiction. We'll be doing yours here in just a couple minutes. Unless we get all excited and find one. Yeah, turn it sideways and it worked just fine that way too. I agree. Dragon Silverkeeper, how's it going? Good to see you. The smallest I'll have been in a very long time, Old Bell. Yeah, they'll have to come up with something new if we start doing that. So, hey, Bart Covens. Good to see you coming in. Been a little while. Seen you on Coinin. Yeah. Awesome. I just kind of ignored who was on and said, I'm just going to do this because I need to get these coins returned. I'm hopeful that I will get new boxes of $50 from a new bank on Friday. What I've done is I've set myself up to have 3 opportunities to get 2 good boxes. So it's a fair chance that one of those boxes will be a double stack box from Brinks in the future. So we shall see. All right, 72 no FGs are 72D no FGs are what we're going to look at here to finish off Mr. Cantor's rolls. Thank you very much, Dopey Tripod. Good to see you. Well, thank you for coming in. In case there's anybody new watching, we are hunting $50 from the 70s in specific years from specific mints to see if we can find some known errors like the DDOs, double die obverses. And on the ones we're currently doing, we're looking at the reverse of the coin, looking to see if they got struck without the FG that you see us seeing here. So seeing the FG is not what we want. Not seeing the FG in that spot is what we want. Oh, changing this format's how they got rid of blockbusters. The days of physical media like that were numbered all along. Unless they were the reason why Blockbuster went out of business is because they were unwilling to change. Think about that. They could have done what Netflix did, and in fact, they were set up very well to be able to do it, but they held true to something that was a dying media form, and they kind of paid for it. So, and like I said, guys, we are not making this a permanent change. I'm not going exclusively to this. Just still trying to kick the tires on it and see if it's something we want to do when it comes to a hunt like this. Sundays are going to remain in the regular format. So, if it picks up a few subs along the way, and if it gets us a few new places to be, a few people that start coming on a regular basis, that's the reach, and that's not a bad thing. I will hope that as we grow in subs, that we grow in viewership as well. No, freaking, this is, I use OBS Studio to generate that. Can you get that in writing that Sunday format is not going to change? I mean, there's no reason to change it. I wouldn't want to do this for my Sunday. So. Yeah, it goes out to the short stream format. My daughter wanted me to get some Rice Krispie treats, and I kind of have a soft spot for Rice Krispie treats. So, I mean, unless there's no benefit to doing that format anymore, it would kind of ruin what I got going. I'm not in a hurry to do that. Those are pretty good. They got little birthday cake sprinkles. So, yeah, I don't need 1,000 new subs or anything like that. Let's bring up the 1977 Yeah, I got to bring them for everybody, right? Definitely super healthy. So, we're going to go back and start looking at the 1977s again. I've got that example up on the screen. These are 77 Denver minted $half. And Silver Addiction, these are from your rehunts. If my team wins Sunday, it stays the same forever. Yeah, I know, and I've seen that. I've seen Diggin' Dave has gotten like thousands of new subs in a very short amount of time. But I mean, here's the thing. Again, 50,000 subs, 30 people watching. I mean, that's not who we've been, and I don't think it's who we're going to be. So. Hey, Bold Lion, good to see you. How are you doing? Miss seeing you doing some live stuff, Bold Lion. Gotta say. But I understand that you were, I understand what you were doing there, so you're... I just had 410 watching? I have 14 watching. Let me pull up my other screen. Exactly. Digging Dave, I got you. Yeah. Only because of the format, right? Right now, we're below what we normally get. So, in that respect, it's not doing me any favors. So, I don't know. I haven't set a limit on when we'll make a decision on whether to do this or a regular 70s hunt format. But yeah, we're kicking the tires. We're seeing what kind of resonates, and I realize there might be some that don't like it enough to where they don't want to watch. So yeah. I've been real happy with getting like 40, 50 people, maybe as many as 60. If we have a big event, sometimes we get a lot more. So, that's been pretty normal. It's been on a growth curve. It used to be 20 people, then 30, then 40. So, I'm good. I'm good. I see my magnet. I'm looking over here. I don't... Yep. Yeah. I hear you. I hear you. So, just hang in there, guys. It's not going to be the end of the world if we do this. It's not going to be This one, the bottom one is an example of a DDO. That's just a picture. I use that for reference. That one was not. That one was not. That one kind of has a little bit of a look of it, but I don't. It's not. It's not what we're really looking for. I think it's just a scuff or a mark on it. Nope, nope. If anything, I need to probably put some things on there, say that that's the example, and or the reference. Yeah, and it's not nearly as apparent right here as it would be in my regular format, large screen format, because it would be really obvious that I've just got a picture up. This one, it kind of looks like the same type of microscope look. So that, I mean, that's good. That's good feedback, though. Stuff that I can kind of continue to do. You know, I could stop and do a few of those things right here, right now. Wouldn't take but a second to do it. One thing I want to do is on the pictures, put in some wording like at the bottom to tell you what we're looking at. But then have it on the picture so that when we bring the picture up, it can change when I change pictures. Mrs. Owl is, she's hurting today. Not sure why. But, you know, she has challenges, her back pain and stuff, things like that. So, it's tough. So let me see about putting some text up here. Let's create new. Let's do that. And let's do this. Let's create background color is going to be black. Alright, good. Let's leave it at that, and then let's bring it down to a size we can use. Let's go back and try to put that black background on it. There we go. Apparently the opacity on that was not sufficient. There we go. There we go. Does that seem to work a little better? And then we could actually cycle through them again. Could edit, copy, and paste, and then instead of example, This one could be named Goat. There we go. How about that? So, we'll get back on these. We've got 1972 fillies to look at now. I like having those there. Yeah, I don't think that really interferes with it at all. Oh, the heart thing? I can get rid of the heart thing. Give me just a second. I think. There we go. There we go. I don't know, I probably just took away one of the things that YouTube's going to start reacting to, and yes, there is. If you go into edit on your live stream setup, and then go into customization, there's a live, what was it called here? Edit, customization, and live reactions. It's a checkbox. Danielle Barnes, good evening. Good to see you. Your friend Bold Lion is here. Or he has been. I assume he's still here. He was giving us a little prayer earlier. Hoping that my wife's back pain kind of subsides. She'll take all she can get in that arena, Bold Lion, that's for sure. It's a tough one. I am not jealous of that. Hey, American Eagle Hoarder, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. My Muddy Mess, hello. Good to see you as well. Yeah, thanks, guys. That's always the more people on that, the better, you know. It's hard to watch her hurt. And there for a long time, I didn't, but you know, I hurt more now than I ever have. Just part of the aging process, I guess. All right, 1971s, a whole bunch of them are coming up, guys. So we'll be looking at the tops of the U, the leg of the R, the S, and the T. You did a copper pour, nice. I forgot that you had the. Did you get the Devil Forge? Those look kind of cool. I have thought about investing in one of those, but every time I think real hard about it, I end up finding a coin that I want in the collection, and it costs about the same. So, you know. But I saw you got the new, 3D printer going as well? That one looks like it's a horse. You look like you're going to be able to do, multiple colors and all kinds of that stuff now? Looks like that will be a fun one. Okay. I wasn't sure what you ended up getting on that. I've melted lead slugs. Not truly lead, but just bullet slugs, and poured those into Pinewood Derby cars to get the weight correct. Nice. Is it the same? Is the same filament that you're using, or? And I thought I saw like up to 4 colors on this thing, so I'm guessing that it will print different sections of what you're printing out according to color. Had a Goku figurine, and it's amazing. I don't know what a Goku is. It sounds like a Pokemon or something. That looked like a little bit of doubling on that S, but I don't see it anywhere else on here, so just kind of coincidence. No matter which view or seer, remember we walk by faith, not by sight, as word says, by his stripes we are made whole. It also says, do not forget his benefits who heal all your diseases. Yes, sir. Absolutely, man. It's always good to have more guys like yourself on top of that. Absolutely, man. No, I take it, man. There's days I just need it, you know, just like you need it and everybody else does. I will take it. Now there looks like maybe a DDO. See the doubling on the top of the U, doubling on the R, a little thicker through that S. Let's come over here and see this T. Can we get the light to behave with us? I have to turn it up. You see the line across the top of the T? And then if I can get it back in frame. All right, there we go. Had to turn it upside down so that the light would show it, but okay, Dragon Ball Z. Okay, I wasn't that far off. So yeah, we did. Silver Addiction, we found you a 71D DDO. Let's go over here to In God We Trust. Usually there's something over there too. Yeah, looky there. Looky there. At the G. You can see a little bit extra there across the G. I'll try and get the knife out and point. Right there, it almost looks like, it doesn't quite look doubled, but you can see that it's extra thick through there. So it's worn. Okay, so Bold Lion. Yep. Let's take a look at it a little closer. So, you see on the example below where the arrows are pointing, all kind of point to what we're seeing there. So there's R right there. It's got wear on it, so you know you see a little bit of that light fluctuation there. When the shadow hits it, you can actually see the break in the R. Right down here, it looks like there's 2 kind of distinct legs, and it's a little thicker and wider. There you can see it even better, where that split occurs. At the top of the U, on those serifs, you see it looks like there's 2 sets of them, kind of one above the other. That's what we're looking for. The extra width here at the top of the S, you would see a break line here and here, and you can kind of see it at the bottom of the S. Yep. And then over here on the T, It's kind of hard to see on that T. Let's go over the other T and see. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see it even there. But then what we can do, I just noticed at the bottom of the R you can kind of see that vertical leg of the R right there. That almost looks like there's 2 or 3 chatter marks there. And then when we come over to this T, you can see in the example, I'll turn it kind of the direction that the example shows. It's showing you the end serifs there. Well, with the light at that angle, it's not real easy to see, but when I turn it this way, we were able to see not only the serifs look like there's multiples at the tips and a big split right there, but then there's that line that comes across that T-bar. So that is that is another find, and it is a 71D DDO FS101, and that, guys, is why we look. That is why we do this. Because unless you have a graded one in good shape and go to a coin store, they're probably not interested in that. But the value of that is probably right there on par with finding a 90% silver. That's probably a $10 coin right there. Uploading the short for the Goku. May I post a link for it? Appreciate you asking, sir, and yes, you can. Kind of you to ask. So, all right. Well, that was just the first of about 3 rolls of 71Ds we're going to be looking at. So you might find another one. And this is the way that I've found examples of each one of these DDOs that we look at. Just by going through and being thorough. A lot of times they're not on real pretty examples, but I'll see if I can dig it out and see through the casing, but yeah, here we go. So, kind of hard to see, but we have this, it's a PCGS MS64. It's a DDO, and it's a 74D that we found while hunting on this stream. It was the property of Jim Cantor, who we found. So, just like I found this one for Silver Addiction, I'll send it to him. I sent this one to Jim Cantor, and he got it graded because it looked nice. And yeah, we'll have to look at that DDO. I wouldn't say that it's in the best shape overall. I mean, it's clearly a DDO. But, just looking at the quality of the coin overall, it's in pretty good shape. And got an MS64 grade. It's a $100 coin, guys. So don't ignore DDOs. Learn what to look for. That's how I've gotten to where I'm at with this is I've studied what to look for. I used to be really bad at these things. Now I kind of get 2 hunts for the price of 1 out of boxes of coins because I'll take the time to look for them. I know it's not for everybody, Doc Hollywood. we are not going exclusively to this format. My Sunday streams will be in the regular format. I've actually had a few people write to me and said that they like this because the examples down there and the scope one is up there, and it's just right there, able to look at them. You bet, guys. I don't think the link came through. You might have to try that again, bud. Now, if you don't like the scrolling sidebars here, I can understand that. Believe me, it's a work in progress. There's the link, guys. So if you'd like to see this Goku, Dragon Ball Z Goku thing that American Eagle Order has printed with his new 3D printer, it's a beast. So go check it out. Doc, I don't go to your stream and tell you to do things, so we're just trying something. Thank you for the super chat, American Eagle Hoarder. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Absolutely. And that's what I'm saying is when we're scoping like this, why not? Why not take advantage of some of this? But for the regular stream, no way. There's no way for the regular stream that I even want to entertain doing this. So it'll go back on Sundays. But I do appreciate the feedback. I know that not everybody's enjoying it, especially if you're on a computer. It's okay. Well, I appreciate that, Doc. And I mean, believe me, we're trying it out. We're not committed to it. I think it can work for this particular stream. But my Sunday streams are not going to... They're not changing anytime soon. I don't see how I could do what I do on Sundays with this format. But no, I appreciate the feedback. I really do. Yeah, it's a little bit different. I was just teasing anyway. I wasn't trying to push it back too hard either, Doc. So I hope I didn't come across that way. I've had, and Chris, I'm not referencing you. I've had one person give me a real hard time about it. So it's, you know, and it came from somebody that I know isn't. I mean, they gave me like 8 different reasons why they hated it, right? In an email. Yeah. I don't care if I'm a mod or not on somebody's. I always ask. So, yep. It's just good. It's good. It's a good approach to throw that ask out there. I know the nerve of me to do this. But, you know, like I've been kind of saying, my analogy is, you know, you got a tool bag and you use a lot of the tools 90% of the time. But then there's those couple times that you wish you had a very specific tool, and if you don't have it, you might want to go get it. Well, this is just a tool in the tool bag, in my opinion. Picked up a few subs along the course of doing this, but I've been gaining a couple subs every day for the last like 2 weeks, so it's been a good little growth period. Haven't been doing this for 2 weeks either, so I'm kind of relating that to other things that are going well. So I'm kind of liking it. I appreciate that Invisible River Ranch. Wait till I do it upside down and in reverse color. Won't that be a treat? That moving thing disorientates me. I love that made up word, disorientates. I was just trying to do something a little bit different there. I had originally had them just moving straight up and down, on a scroll like that. But then I got to thinking, well, what if I put in something that's going in kind of two directions at once? Oh, that's cool, Silver Addiction. That's good steady. Well, if we're having cases of like vertigo or something because of the moving parts, I can turn that off. I was gonna say, American Eagle Hoarder, I know that there's that in your head, but I knew you might be kind of messing with people there too. Yeah, I don't want to cause anybody some stability problems. If I can spit it out, blah 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 blah. Yeah, if we need to turn that off, we can turn it off. I thought it was just a little feature that doesn't necessarily have to be there, but maybe it's just a little different. It's kind of like that spinning word screensaver, right? No, I didn't copy it. 1788, nice, very nice. Yeah, last year has just been super slow and steady, and I'm fine with that. I didn't need to grow too fast, too quick, and like I said, I really like the ratio of viewers to subscribers that we have. I mean, still, when you have, let's just round numbers off, let's call it 1,400 subscribers here before too much longer. 1,400 subscribers with 40 viewers, that still means that, like, let's call it 50 viewers. That still means that 1,200 or 1,350 are not watching at some point. Well, that's okay. It definitely is okay. But would I rather have 1,300 or 1,400 subscribers with 50 people watching, or 20,000 subscribers with 50 people watching? I'll take the 1,350, because if I get to 20,000, I want it to be 200 people watching. I don't think it ratios proportionally that way, but, hey, I can try. I love seeing some of those streams that have like 1 million, 7 million type subscribers. And when something truly cool comes on, like Everyday Astronaut. That guy's pretty cool. If you've ever watched Everyday Astronaut, every time they launch, like like Elon Musk launches a Starship, I mean, they'll have 2 million people that are subscribed, but then they're going to have like 8,000 or 10,000 people watching their stream while they're launching. So it's I guess it's just, however the subs ended up being that way, it's kind of a strange one. Hey, my name is Jeff. How are you? Silver Addiction, we're down to the 72D no FG to look at right now, so we're going to do that, and then we're going to call it a night. And hey, outlet number 4.
Jeff.
Your name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff. Hi.
So, looks like you have
Taking a shower.
gotten cleaned up for the night and are getting ready for bed.
I thought those were for tomorrow.
Well, I had one.
Seriously.
Yes, seriously, I had one.
Seriously? Are you seriously?
So, I was talking with outlet number 4 here about some ideas for the summer.
I thought we were making a show for that.
We will. I'm not going to spill all the beans. You see, my name is Jeff. You need to give him one right here, right now.
My name's Jeff. Oh yeah. So.
We're thinking. I'm planning to go to the Tulsa Coin Show in June, along with a bunch of others from the YouTube community. But I've never brought one of my kids. Well, outlet number 4 here is probably the most recognized outlet out there. And she likes to do things to my fingernails when I get to 150 subs. Or 150 likes on a stream. So I'm thinking about setting the bar just a little bit higher on an upcoming one. And we're not going to say too much more about it, but let's just say that there might be a chance
Nope.
to see the same thing happen
No spelling anything else, Dad.
at a coin show.
Seriously.
If you're wondering what I'm talking about,
My name is Jeff.
yeah, that's right.
We got one person to leave. Oh man.
Huh?
One person left.
Oh no. That's alright. I'm glad to see you come back. My name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
No, it's like a it's kind of like a Snuggie with a hood on it.
It's a comfy.
A comfy is what it's called.
I have a pocket for my phone.
Perry Custom Cards. Look what he said. Hey, Al4, paint your dad's eyebrows pink when he's sleeping.
No, I'll just shave them off.
No.
I'll shave them off. Should I shave off his eyebrows?
Perry.
I'll shave off his...
Oh, she won't do it because she told me earlier she doesn't like pink.
I don't like pink, but
You've got
he
pink.
likes
You've
pink.
got pink on this.
Yeah, but he likes pink.
I subscribed for a reason.
See,
Yes.
I help you.
There's Daniel Barnes back in here. Good to see Daniel.
So wow.
Danielle, I should say. I was getting a little lazy with the end of that.
Well, Owl, Copper, Coin, and I were at the store earlier. From the position I was at, we were looking at the beef sign, but it looked like it just said...
Oh, BFFF?
Yeah,
Like,
just...
boof. Just shave one off and run away.
I'll shave one off and
She
then
doesn't need help.
I'll shave one eyebrow off and then I'll remake it with
Is that
pink.
really what you want to see? Is this?
And then I'll
Is this?
paint it back on with pink. No, I'll microblade it back on.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to wake up one morning and not recognize myself.
No, I'll just make him completely bald.
Tell you what, if you're going to do that, any of that stuff, you're going to have to knock me out pretty hard.
Okay.
Make me sleep for like 3 days or something.
I'm afraid, you might try and shave my head.
Look, she got her hair painted red just to go to Winter Jam last Sunday. So much fun, almost a full house. Nice. That was cool.
What a great story. I'll just shave his hair off or whatever's left of it. I'll shave his
Wouldn't be a
beard
good
off.
look in Tulsa.
I'll shave his beard off. I'll shave his mustache off. I'll shave
No.
his eyebrows off. He'll just be bald.
Just shave like half of everything on one side. That would just be funny.
Like a delight.
Oh, I would just never stop laughing at that. I have never been to a Winter Jam. You've been to Winter Jam, haven't you? Alan number 2 has been to a Winter Jam.
I gotta go.
Yeah, it's 11 o'clock. You do need to get some rest.
Yeah.
I need to get moving on these because we got lots to go.
Okay, bye-bye.
We are just about done with your silver addiction. Happy to say that we found that 171D DDO for you. So congratulations on that, sir. I get to put one more DDO find in my records. Not going to be finding any no FGs today. Not really even any that were that close. So, yeah. Okay, goodness, I've got this. I've got folders. I got too much stuff going on right now. We just we've been making plans to remodel our kids' bathroom. There's some water damage in it, and we wanted to make some corrections and overhaul the space. So spent part of the day talking with the contractor, and then we went out and bought a vanity, a countertop, drain and faucets, towel holders, toilet paper holder, shower curtain bar, and then paid a little bit of a down payment to the contractor himself so he could get started. Yeah, it's been an expensive day, but we've been planning to do it, and it feels good to finally take those first steps. So hopefully in the next month we will get that all taken care of, and we will not have any problems along the way. Dan from Sweden at Winter Jam told me that they wish they had my energy. Dude, I've seen good examples of the energy, and I'm, what you can't hardly put it into words, right? It is like nothing you've ever seen before, I'm sure. There we go. So no 77Ds for Sheepdog. Hoping that we will have a third box available to pick from. If anything, if I were to get 3 boxes in a week, it would finally give me the opportunity, if they were all circulated boxes, to do 2 on the stream and 1 for myself, because I honestly, unless we take a week off and I get boxes, I never get boxes for myself. So I never have the chance to find and keep when it comes to this stuff. It's kind of strange how that works out. So there is not the 73. That's the 73. So there we go. 73 DDO. We're looking for that east-west on the S. There's other things we can check on these to verify them, mainly up in the word liberty. But if we don't see it on here, then we're probably not going to see it up there, and vice versa. So we will be checking those. Just got a handful of those on this one. All the other years go fairly quickly. It's the 71s that you get the most of, so. Hope everybody's having a good night. Picked up another sub. Thank you, guys. What's interesting is they must not be in the chat when they sub, because I don't see the little. Oh, did I have one on? How did I miss that? Man, okay. Well, maybe I missed them. I'll have to go back and watch, because usually I catch those, but man, that's not good of the host to be missing a sub. Thank you for subbing, whoever was the last one to sub. I'm sorry I missed that. I might have been messing with the outlet here. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to set a new challenge for likes on a short video. And if we can hit those likes before we go to Tulsa, or while we're at Tulsa, I should say, odds are I'll do a quick live stream of the nails being painted. So we will see. We will see. In the W, in the R. Well, hold on. Let's see. On that one. The W is tough because it always looks like it's there. Maybe it was in the different batch. If it was in the, it's long gone now. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not saying that I didn't miss one, but I don't know. I look mainly at the base of the T and the R. The W, see, almost every one of those W's looks like it's got it in there. So I just quit looking at the W. Now the E, sometimes that middle serif will look like it's got it. But yeah, I'm just looking here at the base of the T and the R. And if I don't see it there, I just kind of move on. It's tough when they're worn, though. This one's a tough one. And I don't think there was nearly as many of them out there. So this one carries a little higher premium. You find one of these, I think it's probably easily a $20 coin. But again, it's not like you're going to have a raw one that somebody's going to go pay you for at a coin shop. They would have to probably be graded and in pretty decent shape to have one there that they'd be wanting to resell. So, all right, we're going to head into the 71Ds. We're kind of in that home stretch now. About 3 rolls of these to go through, so we'll start looking, and then when we get a little further or a little closer to the end, we'll start winding down and calling a night. That's the one thing on this format, I don't have like the big goodnight type thing, so it would look a little weird. I might switch over just to see what it looks like. Yeah, they really do. I invented a can crusher back 12 years ago. A friend made a video. Perry, if you'd like to drop the link to that, you certainly can. Coins in your collection stay in your collection 99% of the time. Boy, I hear you there, man. I do not part with my stuff very easily. Now, like this one is actually in pretty decent shape. So if it were to be one, I would probably flip that one up. But it's not. You know, I probably have bought too much low-end stuff. If I had just saved my money, I could have bought a couple of better examples of stuff. But, you know, when you're starting out, you just kind of like to have stuff. You're not looking to get the one hard to find thing. Now I'm down to looking at harder to find and upgrades. So, you know, that's just kind of where things are at on that. Like my penny books, I'm trying to get as many wheat cents as I've got a good start on it. Almost all of my 50s are in red condition, probably near mint state condition. So now it's kind of like working through the 40s. So when I find one, I do what I can to at least be getting like red-brown on those. I don't know that I'll have a lot of luck getting those in the 30s, but we'll just get the best looking brown ones we can, right? I need to get, well, I've got a goal of getting an 09S VDB at some point. And I'd like to do it sooner rather than later because they're only going up in value over time. But it's hard to find a raw one to put in the book. And even if you did, it's tough. So, I mean, does anybody in the stream like pennies? If you'd like, I could get out my best penny find ever and give you a little show and tell on that one. If you like pennies. But let's get done with these first. The ones that I've got are the one that I've got here recently that's just an amazing find. It will be going with me to Tulsa, and it will be submitted. All right. Well, if you guys love your pennies and you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll show it to you, and you'll probably, your jaw will probably hit the ground. I know mine did when I found it. But a lot of times on these things, when they're kind of the varieties, you got to know what you're looking at. And if in the particular year I'll show you, if you don't know that they were only made in one mint, then that might just look like, yeah, what's the big deal? But I love getting out on things like eBay and like even on Facebook, people will post pictures of like, hey, I've got this 1982 that doesn't have a mint mark. Well, guess what? It was made in Philadelphia because when you only made coins in Philadelphia, you didn't have to put a mint mark on it. And they just decided to keep going that direction, except when it came to specific year for an anniversary or you know, now you see them on quarters all the time. Well, they didn't used to do that. 22 no D mint mark. You got 2 of those. Man, you are one lucky dog. You are one lucky dog there. Hey, Elizabeth Flood, good to see you. All right, one more stack of 71Ds. Then we'll have the 72D no FGs to look for. And once I get through all these, then I can get mail out this week, because then I will know what I need to send to people. So that's a good reason why I don't send mail out the next day, because I haven't had a chance to do this. And look what I would have had to send you separately. Silver Addiction is a whole nother one. Now look at that. That rim looks like it's got doubling in it, doesn't it? And it's just a little machine double or offset strike or something like that. Nothing to get excited about. Thank you, Danielle. It's always great to see you come in. I'm glad you're such a good friend to our friend Bold Lion. Okay. Got a dingy one coming up here. I think I looked at this one for the Ugly album and it didn't make the cut, which ought to tell you that the one I got in the Ugly album is pretty ugly. Ugly album's going to take some time. We got to find some ugly ones in more modern years, and that's almost more of a challenge. I guess I'll just have to include like heavily marked and scuffed, defaced by markers. I don't know. We will have to see. 2 more to go on this group. So no 71D DDOs for Sheepdog. But Silver Addiction, he got his, so that's cool. Alright, 72D, no FGs, looking for the no FG. If you see an F or a G or an F and a G, of course, it's not going to count. It's not the one we're looking for. We want smooth, flat metal right there. Even a hint of an F and a G disqualifies it, because it will not get that grade. I think I've only found about 3 real ones of these. Dozens of close calls. And it might even be debatable, because when you consider the fact that we're looking under this with more magnification than what a grader at one of the agencies, the magnification that they use, is, so it's kind of hard to scale it back, because then I'll take like a loop that's closer to their magnification, and then I see it. I almost see it better without the loop whenever it comes to a close call under this microscope. So today my sister came over with my nephew. Well, that sounds cool. How old is your nephew? Hopefully he's a young kid full of energy and exciting to have around. You put on wasabi peas and other stuff. Nice. I think I'm down to my last handful or so of wasabi peas. In fact, I could probably use some wasabi peas. This one is in beautiful condition. If that were just an FG, I mean, that one would be an absolute grader and probably get 10 years old. Yeah, that's probably one of those ages. He's just big enough to Be a little ornery, but still young enough to where he can be a whole lot of fun. But wasabi peas, man, I'm feeling a little bit stuffed up since I sat down here tonight. Just kind of hitting me, and a couple of wasabi peas to clear that up would be great. Oh, they're going to Hawaii tomorrow. Are they on spring break or something? It seems a little odd timing to be going to Hawaii. But hey, why not? Why not? Okay, so that's going to wrap up what we had there. Okay, so let me get, if you're curious what penny we were going to look at, I will get it out. It's in the Dansko book, but we will get it out. Remember, this thing's going to be sent in and get graded. So I will have to have a placeholder for my book. Oh my gosh, yes. I mean, with the price of everything going up like it has, I can't even imagine it. All right, here we go. That is my new little pride and joy there. Oh, they got a great deal? Nice. So the lack of a D down here is the kicker there. And then I'll show you the reverse. It's got all the markings of the strong. Strong strike with a little bit of wear. Still got good wheat lines on it. But yeah. Kind of just floored me when I pulled that one out of a bunch of wheat pennies I was going through from a garage sale, and there it was. I'm going to have to put in a link to the short that if somebody wants to go watch that. I know, it's just a little more than a week away now, Elizabeth. Outlet number 4 that was with us a little bit ago. Tomorrow's her birthday. So she will be 12. Okay, Silver Addiction, cool. Yep. I quickly made that thing. I couldn't hardly once I had some confirmation on it, I just couldn't stand still. Just to kind of show you guys, it the Dansko album does have a spot in it for that. Whitman doesn't, and I can't explain why one book has one and another one doesn't. I almost wish that didn't have one here, but you know, right now The SVDB is the only one that's missing from this book. I guess now that we're into 2024, see, this one only goes through 2021, but every single spot in here is full. Got all the 82s. A couple of the 70s could be better specimens at 69. Feels like I should have a better 69 than that one. But as you can see, yeah, I guess there's starting 58 on back. Okay, 53S, 53, 52S, 51, 50S. But, you know, 85% of those 50s are in red or red-brown condition with great details on the back. So now I'm working on the 40s. A little harder to find those. Got some nice steel ones. But got several 40s that are in great shape. 40D is in pretty darn good shape. But then, you know, like the 30s, it just gets really tough. 27D here is in fantastic shape. But it's almost got a purple hue to it, too. So, but, I don't know. I've got one missing here for the entire Lincoln series, but the 2024s. I've got a separate folder here for everything that's 2021 and newer. So I'll just keep filling that up as it goes until I get another book here and can start filling that one. I don't think there's a need to do that one. This one was just brand new, and that's my baby. But I've got the Indian Head and Flying Eagle ones. I'm missing 4 of those. I will check a couple in the 70s that could be better, and we'll talk, Perry. That sounds good. Of course, the 4 that I'm missing in the Indian Head series are the 64 with an L on the sash, the 1869, I should say. Of course, the 1877 and the 1909S. It's kind of crazy because, just like you said, the Whitman book doesn't have a space for the 22 no D. The Whitman book for the Indian Head and Flying Eagles has a space for the 1856 Flying Eagle, which there's like 1,000 of them. They probably made more books with spaces for it than there are actual examples to put in those spaces. So, you know, Michael Wells, if you'd like to make a deal on getting a bunch of Indian Heads, I've got some. I could put together a couple rolls for you that would cover a lot of ground. If you knew which ones you had versus which one you didn't have, I could help you there if you wanted. We could make a deal. So, being that I'm a total of 5 small cents away from having all the small cents, I've gotten into large cents. And I think I've got about a quarter of those. The early ones, going back to the beginning of the mint, are going to be extremely expensive. So, you know, those might be a little bit beyond my reach. But, anyway. Well, guys, it's about 11:30 here. And I've loved spending some time with you guys. Got a couple extra subs out of the deal, so I think that's good. But again, guys, format-wise, I mean, you might have to pour your own. That's for sure. That's for sure. You know, love it or hate it, I think it kind of works. It's got some good qualities for doing what we're doing here today with this. But even like looking through this book with the table camera here, I know that it works better in the other format. Uh, I can't say that I'm 1,000% certain that we will never um, change the Sunday one, but I'd do it kicking and screaming at this point. I have no intention of changing the Sunday format. It's the format that works best for that type of stream. This one, I think there's some opportunity to do it either or. So I appreciate your patience while we've been kind of checking this one out and testing some things. I appreciate kind of the advice to put some descriptors here. We did that kind of new today. If the things on the sides here are driving you nuts, just tell me. Feel free to email me your thoughts and comments on stuff. In particular, if you're a member, I kind of give a little more, an extra consideration to that. But if you're not a member, that's fine too. I mean, let me know what you love. Let me know what you hate. Or what you think is a good idea. I'm open to listening and trying to understand what those ideas might be to where we can make this better all the time. So, you know, it's okay to do things a little bit different from time to time, and I'm fine with that. Believe me, I don't change very easily. And I don't want to spend my time chasing subs and stuff like that. Speak of the devil, there we go. Paul Bunyan, thank you for doing what you do with those trees, and thank you for subbing. I appreciate that, Paul. I really do. Good info. See, it's stuff like that. There's good information. I want We're not going to be a gambling channel, so I really kind of have a narrow focus to pursue then, right? It's going to be coin roll hunting and talking about things that we know about and can share with people, like looking for errors, looking for varieties. If we do these with pennies, I think this same format can work. I'm just not nearly as set up to look for all the different penny varieties that are out there. Not yet, anyway. Maybe we'll do something like that. So, anyway, it's right at about 11:30 now. I think that's a safe time to call it a night, guys. I really do appreciate everything you guys do for this channel by just being here and giving me some people to talk to. Silver Addiction, I sincerely appreciate your purchase of rolls and the chance to look at them two different ways and to find you an extra one, extra find out of there. So hopefully that kind of makes it feel like it's money better spent. Welcome in, Paul Bunyan. That is nice to have another sub there. We're 7 away from 1,400, guys. We don't have a celebration planned at 1,400, but we do at 1,500. So, making firewood. I'm enjoying your channel. Thank you, Paul. I don't know how long you might have seen it, but I really do appreciate you checking it out. And if you're enjoying it, maybe someday we will have you on board as a member. Remember, guys, you can become a member for as low as $1.99. We have 3 tiers right now. I went ahead and got rid of the most expensive tier because there was just nobody doing it. It was actually only $24.99 a month. We had 2 people do it for like a month at a time. I see that, Paul. That was awesome. Really appreciate that. Did that one come through down here below? I'm supposed to get a notice when that happens, so I don't know. Maybe I missed it again. I hope I didn't. But anyway, guys, really appreciate it. You hear me say it over and over again. I just really, really do. And I don't mind saying it. I probably say it too many times, huh? So, tell you what, guys. Let's. I'm just kind of feeling good tonight. Let's do a giveaway tonight. And we're just going to do a giveaway that is, we're just going to do we're going to do a closest to the number without going over. Okay, awesome. Hopefully we'll be able to start distributing a few pins. Get copper owl pins. Alright, I'm going to write down a number, and I'll put the range in. Absolutely, Silver Addiction, that's no problem. None whatsoever. And I do get that because, hey, I'm members on several channels, and I've got a cap. I want to be members on more channels, but I've got a cap. And a couple of them I choose to be a little bit bigger member on because I've gotten to know the people very, very well. Okay. So we've got 14 people in chat, and I've got it written down on this sticky pad here. So, let's see. Let's do a EOS giveaway. It's not going to be the EOS that I build up over time. Closest without going over range is I really appreciate it, Elizabeth. I really do. Alright. We got 14 people in. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got room for about 6 more people if they want to get in on it. That's outside the range, Paul Bunyan. You got to try again. Yeah, one guess only, guys. But Paul, you're outside the range, so you can guess one more time. I think that gives us 9 guesses out of 12 people. So 3 people are asleep at the wheel and going to lose the chance to win a little something. I'll tell you what, let's make that little something a war nickel tonight. Let's make it a war nickel tonight. How about this 19, I'll put it under the scope. Be even easier. 1944 Philadelphia minted war nickel. I know, Paul, numbers are hard. Oh, Azure, you're fine if you want to get in. It's no biggie. Appreciate you being here, Azure. for a 1944 Philadelphia war nickel. Let's see. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and a ninth entry from Paul Bunyan. Azure, if you want to get in, now's the time. You can always gift it to somebody if you win. Otherwise, we're probably going to shut this down. And like I said, closest without going over. Let's go ahead and count down. We'll give it a 3. And we'll give it a 2. And we'll give it a 1. And then I'm going to put in the STOP. And then I'm going to turn it over and show you it was number 27. So if we go back up in here, I see a 13, a 12, 14, 17. Perry was 34, so he was over. My Muddy Mess at 22 looks to be the new leader. 11, no. 33, over. Paul Bunyan was outside the range and then came back, and if he had done 23, he would have won. But we've got My Muddy Mess as the winner. So My Muddy Mess, here's what I need from you. I'm going to type in the email command. It's going to come up on the screen. And My Muddy Mess, what I need from you is to email me at that address. Send me your channel name, your real name, and your address, your mailing address, so that I can send you this 1944 Philadelphia minted war nickel. And I will also send you a channel sticker that looks a lot like that. So My Muddy Mess, I believe it might be your first time in here. We do have a history of having that kind of first-timer luck here, so congratulations on that. I appreciate you being here, and I hope that will encourage you to come back some more on a future night or Sunday afternoon when we stream in our regular format. So Paul Bunyan and My Muddy Mess, if anybody here is interested in our regular Sunday stream, as I've mentioned, we do that at 2 p.m. Central Time on Sunday afternoons. We get boxes of $50 to hunt, and people will buy those rolls. We hunt them for them. If we find silver, or like the DDO that we found today, let's put that back up on there. There's a DDO right there. If we find that, we will send that to the person who bought that roll. Just like Silver Addiction, who's heading out. And good night to you, Silver Addiction. This one was for Silver Addiction. We hunted those rolls. Didn't find silver or anything else for him. But we also, when we sell those rolls for $3 a piece, you also get the guarantee of getting some silver coins as incentive. We also do a bag pull for every 10, and those bag pulls could get you anything from an Indian head cent all the way up to a 90% silver $50. And sometimes we pull them out of here and we find these errors or varieties that are also have some value over face value. And we will send those to people. There's a lot of people that have done really nice. The most we've ever had was 72 silvers in a single box. It's been a little while since we've had that kind of luck visit us. That happened during my first year, and on the sixth box I ever hunted. Um, I think I won the internet that night in the coin community because nobody else had a box like that for a couple weeks. But there's some legendary boxes out there. You're welcome to come look at some of my other videos. I do a nickel box hunt and fill series. We do all kinds of things, penny battles, things like that. So I hope you guys will enjoy it and think about coming back and joining us on another future episode. Um, we do all this for you guys. Every dollar that comes in from those roll purchases or super chat donations or any other way that it comes in, we turn around and we put that back into the channel to continue to give you guys the incentives for buying rolls. And we do a lot of giveaways. Coin and Around's here. If you catch me on Sundays after my stream on his channel, also on Wednesday nights, I usually do one or two giveaways on his channel. Just because I really like reaching out and connecting with new people through sharing some of the fun stuff that we have on a channel like this. So, and those giveaways are part of that. So, Coin Around, we're just wrapping up. We found the DDO that you see underneath the scope. So, it's always fun to be able to do this, but I'm about to turn into a pumpkin in about 19 minutes, so I think I'm going to call it a night and head up and start the process of getting me some shut-eye. Azure Blue says, wow, I think my best halves box was 11 the last 4 years. Many years ago, I used to find whole rolls of 90% and 40 silvers. Yeah, I'm back before everybody was looking for them, right? Thank you, My Muddy Mess. That will help me out tremendously. And again, congratulations on your win. Paul Bunyan, thank you for being here. Thank you for becoming subs, both of you. And guys, we'll call it a night. So, I know I don't have my regular goodbye screen on, but I will let the moose say goodnight.
Sorry, folks, we're closed for 2 weeks to clean and repair America's favorite family fun park. Sorry.
And that's how we end it. We'll say goodnight now, guys. Thanks for being here. We'll see you on Coin and Around tomorrow night. I'll be popping in maybe for just a little while. It is my owlet's birthday. So, we want to make sure that she feels like the little princess that she thinks she is, and she really is. Absolutely. Help somebody who can't help themselves. Don't get any trouble that you can't get yourself out of. And, you know what? Hunt some coins. Dig deep and see what you can find. So, we love it, man. We'll see you guys all tomorrow night. And if we don't tomorrow night, we'll see you on Sunday. So, we'll see you then.